Very professional stream. I swear, this camera. I am here, I promise. Apologies, my camera has a habit of freezing at just the wrong moment. Was that a new camera? A new camera angel? No, it was just me. Right, if we give it a few minutes, the camera should come back. In the meantime, welcome to the stream. Hello to Dustin, Dude, Few, and Adventures of AJ. Thank you very much for following. Hello to all my regular viewers. I can see that you're new here, and hi indeed. And I'm sorry I'm not talking to you face to face, but just give me a moment to sort my camera out. Once that's back, things will make a bit more sense. There we go. Hello, Adventures of AJ. Welcome to the stream. My name is Emma. Usually on a Sunday night, I would be streaming Polybridge. However, there is a feature on my stream where for 3,000 channel points, you can choose a game for me to play. And WTFU has chosen Ticket to Ride. This is the first time I have played this on stream, so hopefully it all goes smoothly. Now, there are a few things I need to explain. One is this game is available on Steam. It is a paid, it's not free, you have to pay for it. But the version I have only includes the North American map. There are many other maps for the game, but you have to buy them separately, or you have to get the deluxe edition, which has them all and is more expensive. Also, it is a new version of the game, which was only released last week, and many people will probably have an older version of the game, which used to be available on Steam, but no longer works. You can't buy it on Steam anymore, and the multiplayer doesn't work anymore. So if you had that version, it won't work with this version. You'll have to buy a new version. So that kind of sucks, but just to make people aware, if anyone by some stroke of fortune does have this version, they're welcome to join the game. But the plan was just for me and Few to play and have a couple of AIs. There's my friend code if anyone wants it. I need to go to new. I'm assuming I'm going to set up the game, so I need to go to new game online with friends, and then I need to invite Few. Few, I assume you are ready to play. And for anybody not familiar with this game, I will explain the rules as we go along. It sounds like Dustin has played the board game version. This did start off as a board game, and the online version plays very similarly to the board game. But I will explain the rules. I'm just going to turn the volume down. This game does have very loud music, I have found. And I thought I'd got the volume right in the settings. But if it's too loud or too quiet, do let me know, and I will fix it. So there is Few. I'm going to add a couple of AIs. We set them to easy, and they were a bit too easy. They made stupid plays. Should I set them to normal or hard, Few? What do you reckon? I should warn you in advance. No, okay. I'm not very good at this game. Few is good at this game, and actually thinks through the strategy of it. The end game, as he called it, the pre-end game. He was using Scrabble terms to describe this game. That's how seriously it takes it. Anyway, so we're going to have myself, Few, and two AIs. yeah. He had an Out in 2 play set up. The map is going to be the North America map because that's the only map that I have unlocked because don't expose the bank. So, the way this game works, everybody takes it in turn to do something. I'm going first. This is a map of, well, it's called North America. It's basically the United States with one Mexican city and like a couple of Canadian cities at the top there. And these lines drawn on the screen are potential train routes. Yeah, America does not have this many train routes anymore. That's for sure. Now, one thing to note: I am the red player. And I will be placing red trains. There are also red lines on the map. Those things are completely unrelated. There are different colours of lines and there are different player colours, and the two things are separate. I have in front of me 4 cards. Each card is a colour corresponding to the colours of the lines, so I can play a purple card on a purple line. However, there are also some lines that are grey. These are basically colourless lines, so I can play any colour on those lines. And the rainbow card is special, and it lets me play any colour. It can stand in for any colour. So the first thing I have to do is decide where I'm going to go. You start the game with 3 tickets, which you can see here, and they have routes on them. So the routes I have are Portland to Nashville, which is here to here. Actually, I do have the power to like draw stuff on the screen. Here to here, and I also have Los Angeles to Miami, here to here, and I also have El Paso to Duluth. So that's slightly cut off there to there. So none of these routes really match up. Yeah, so at this point, Few technically shouldn't be watching me because he now knows where my routes are going, which is a sort of a stream snipe, but that's okay. We're all just having a bit of fun. So I have to keep at least 2 of these tickets. I do have the option of discarding one. I'm going to keep all of them because, you know, what's the worst that can happen? So I'm going to pick all of them to keep. And something that doesn't happen on the regular board game that is actually very helpful is it does actually mark on the map where you need to go. Few claims to be capable of playing without taking into account. Okay. So on my turn, there's 2 things I can do. I can either play some trains onto a route, or I can take 2 tickets from 2 train carriages, so these ones here. I could choose one of these 5 face-up ones, or I can choose from, this is like a draw pile. In the real game, this would be a stack of 89 cards that you would draw from face down. And the way you complete the lines, you have to have the exact number. So if I wanted to complete this line here with the 4 red spaces, I would need to have at least 4 red cards, or 1 rainbow and 3 red, or 2 rainbow and 2 red, and so on. And to start with, I'm just going to draw some cards. I'm going to draw a blue because I already have a blue, and a pink because I already have a pink. And then it will be the AI's turn, and then it will be Few's turn. The points on the map help a lot before it was like blindfold mode. Well, that's how you have to play it in real life. In real life, you have to sort of look at the map and remember where everywhere is, and not stare at the map too hard, because then you'll give it away to other people. So these, you'll see in some places there are sort of 2 lines next to each other, either 2 grey ones or 2 coloured ones. 2 different players can share that line. One player can put their trains on one side and one on the other. The other lines can only be taken by one person. So the tricky part to this game is trying to complete your routes while everyone else is trying to complete their routes. Sorry, I will stop explaining now and just play. But I wanted to give a bit of background in case anyone doesn't know what's going on. So I will actually make a route now. Let's go here. Use my rainbow. Yes, Dustin, I apologise, but I wanted to do an explanation first, and before I started playing. Hello, Machakacha. This is the new game. Well, this is a new game. I played a new game on Friday, and now I'm playing another new game because my viewers keep requesting games. This is Ticket to Ride. If you didn't catch my explanation there, you'll have to watch it back on the VOD because I don't think Dustin will let me do it again. Okay, let's grab 2 yellows. Dustin was not listening. Okay, let's make a blue because I have blue, and a white because I have white. Some people, and I have played with people who do this, some people like to just draw like 30 cards at the start, and I think Few is one of those people. I, on the other hand, like to feel like I'm making some progress. Well, yes, it is a trade-off. This is true. And when I played this with my brother, we more or less ran out of cards in the draw pile because 3 of the 5 players in that game wanted to just stockpile cards without playing them. You have run out before, yes. Magic Catcher, thank you for redeeming Blaha. Let me just play my turn and then I'll go and get the Blaha. Let me take a rainbow. I think it's probably on brand for me to pick as many rainbow trains as possible. Oh yeah, one thing to note, once you've picked a coloured card you can't then pick a rainbow card. I can't have these now. Face down one. Oh, which happened to be yellow, that was nice. You are fishing for blanks. I suppose, yes, the rainbow cards are the equivalent of blanks in Scrabble, but I'm sure you'll agree they're a lot prettier. They have rainbow on them. So, yeah, I think I will go here as burned. Burn the blank for 1. Well, I'm not burning the blank. The difference between the 3 space and the 4 space is 3 points, so I'm burning the blank for 3, I suppose, if we're going to phrase it like that. Playing this game with other people. So yes, so Magic Catcher. Well, there are the 3 people listed here. The blue one and the yellow one are AIs, but Few is Few, as in Few who's in chat. So I'm playing it with 1 other person. You can play with up to 5 people, and they can all be humans if you can find 5 humans willing to play this game. Let's just take 2 from the draw pile. Yes, one other people, as Dustin says. I shall have green and white. Yeah, so according to Twitch, I think this game category had a grand total of about 9 followers, so I'm not expecting anyone to be browsing this category, but it will be interesting to see if anyone drops in. As I say, I think it's because this version of the game only came out last week. I'll go here. Should be fairly obvious what I'm doing. I'm really just trying to connect these coloured markers that designate where my roots are. As long as you can get from the green one to the green one, the red one to the red one, and the blue one to the blue one. Doesn't matter what path you take. Obviously, in real life, Some of these routes would make no sense. Like, you can build a route from Miami to New York that goes via Oklahoma. And if you choose to do that in real life, there is something wrong with you. So this next, I only actually need one train for this next one, so I'll just play it. How to win/end the game, says Matcha-Catcher. So, the tickets that I collected at the start of the game have point values on them. 17, 20 and 10. This 10 is hidden behind my face cam. And you gain that many points if you manage to complete the route before the end of the game. Obviously, if you don't, then you don't get those points. In fact, you lose those points. And you also get points for building each segment of line. And the longer the segment is, the more points you get. And then there are also 10 bonus points to the player who makes the longest continuous line. This number here, above the red train icon, the 31, that's how many trains I have available. Once somebody runs out of trains, the game is over, even if the other players still have trains left. So you have to keep an eye on how many trains everyone else has, make sure they don't run out before you. Let's take a white one. Looks like myself and Few are heading in the same direction. Fortunately, we're on one of the lines that you can share. Let's see, I'm going to need pinks to go up here. In fact, I might actually do that next. Let's use my pinks here. Red ones. I was going to grab the 2 red ones, and then the game decided to reshuffle the cards, and now I can't have a red one. I didn't see that coming. That's unfortunate. If you end up with, I think it's three rainbow cards here, then then you have to remove and redeal the cards for some reason. Always catches me out. So I need a blue one then to match that. I'll take another blue. How is your homework going, by the way, Dustin? Did you manage to finish it? I seem to recall you were stuck because you were waiting for someone to tell you what you had to do or something. You finished your 7-page design project thing. Well, congratulations, Dustin. Glad to hear that you got that out of the way. Let's have a blue. You know, I could start taking these greens. I need either 5 greens or 5 pinks here. I'm going to start taking the greens. So now you just have like 6 to 7 online assignments for the other class. Yes. Yeah, you were a bit of a mess with some of your assignments, weren't you? Because you were given a test that wasn't the assignments you thought it would be on, and then, yeah, I mean, it's a long time since I had to do exams, but I can imagine that is not fun. That class sucks. Yeah, I can absolutely see that. Looks like Few is going the same way I'm going. So I'm going to have another blue. I need these. I want to use these 5 blues here. And then I need to start collecting greens.
I might just play those blues next, just in case the blue player is going to try and sneak through there. The assignments wouldn't open up for a long time, Professor couldn't fix, we got 4 weeks behind. I mean, if you're 4 weeks behind because of a problem with the assignments that's the college's fault and the college couldn't fix it, then you should get 4 weeks extra to do the assignments because it's not your fault that there was a delay. And if the class isn't giving you that, then you should complain to the college administration. That's, in my opinion, is how it should work. Okay, blue player is now going that way, so I possibly did block them off here. I'm going to need to find my way through the middle here. Let me take green while they're available, and another green. I do need 5 greens, so I might have to take a rainbow as well. And then I should have enough to do my routes. And if you complete all your routes, this is the last piece of rule explanation. If you complete all your routes and you still have trains left, you have the option to pick new routes, but you have to. You are given 3 and you have to keep at least one of them. So there is a risk that you get 3 more long routes and then you're stuck not being able to complete any of them. Few has just picked new routes, so he's managed to complete all of his, but he might have had shorter ones than me. He is now choosing new ones. In fact, yes, he has one continuous line like that, which, if that fits, if he kept, I don't remember if he kept 3 cards, but if he kept 3 cards and all his routes lie on that line, that's very good planning by Few. Right, let me. Don't think I'm in any danger of losing these, so I'll take the rainbow now. And I can get that green line done next turn. Blue player doesn't really seem to be connecting anything to anything at the moment. It's a shame that Ophelia isn't in this stream, because that would thoroughly confuse the viewers, because everybody would think she was playing when she was not. That is not Ophelia. That is not Ophelia the Dwarf streamer, who often hangs out in my stream. That is just an AI. There we go. Okay, I managed to do that side of the route, but until I actually connect this bit here, none of my routes are actually finished, so I need to make sure I can do that. These are all grey, so I'm not going to have any trouble connecting those, but there's a pink bit here that I need to do. So I'm just hoping nobody takes that. Since Few is stream sniping, he could theoretically take it, but I assume he won't. Few says he doesn't block people. I mean, it's part of the game to do that if you think that's where they're trying to go. I suppose it's like intentionally phoning in Scrabble. It's an intended game mechanic. Blocking is immoral, says Dustin. Well, you've played the board game with this, haven't you, Dustin? Do you block people? You play cooperatively. Well, that's nice. None of the people I play with play cooperatively. Everybody tries their hardest to ruin everyone else's day. So I don't get much of a choice, unfortunately. Right, I pretty much have to do my pink one here, so I don't use that. You play according to the board state and cards. Well, yes, that is how the game works. What do you reckon, Blaha? What should we do? Blaha wants the trains to go and swim in the ocean. Getting a bit crowded round here now. So I'll use my odd one out on the single line. Doesn't really matter which of these colours I use, I just need to go here. And then one more play, and I will have completed all 3 routes. However, oh yes, it plays a nice little animation. Finish the route. I will only have 11 trains left, so if I do pick a new route card, I have to hope that I can do it in 11 trains or fewer. I could just continue playing, because you do get points for playing the lines even if they don't connect any routes, so I could just keep doing that. So we get more points if I manage to complete another route. So that's the 3. I think you get a different animation depending on which route you've done by the look of it. Hello Mac X Piper, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being cute, and I don't know if you're familiar with Ticket to Ride. I know you're a German and they usually seem to be into board games, so maybe you've seen it before, although you might have seen the European version. Well, obviously this is the American version we're playing. Piper is cute, they say. Well, yeah, you must be, because you pressed a button that said so. So I am going to risk it and take another ticket, and that one is going to be pretty much impossible. That one only requires me to play 3 more trains, and that one would require me to play 5 more trains. So I think I'll just take this one, and then I think probably the game might be over by the time it's happened. Yes, so this is a online version of the. It's better known as a tabletop board game. You are quite correct. All I have to do here is get 3 tickets of the same colour. It can be any colour, and I'll have completed another route. So I think that's the right play. That one, and then. Well, I'll take a grey, and then maybe there'll be 2 greys next turn still. So it's quite close between me and few at the moment, but it's going to come down to what everybody's routes are worth, because the points on the route cards, obviously the longer routes are worth more. So I will take 2 greys, that gives me 3. The way the game ending rule actually works is once one player has 3 or fewer trains, everybody gets 1 more turn. It's not the same as Scrabble, where once you just one player out of trains or anything like that. In German it is Zug Zug. The English title, yes. So the English title is, I'm not sure if it's specifically a reference to the Beatles song, but yes, Ticket to Ride is the English version. Dustin has told a joke. Yes. A joke on the word rooting and the word rooting. In the UK we would say rooting for both, but I think Americans would say routing in the second case. And also Joe being the way that Dustin likes to say the word you, and Jew being part of Fuse name. I think that joke might have gone over Piper's head, to be honest, Dustin, since English isn't his native language. Right. Yeah. So, Few, I've noticed, has suddenly played 6 range and now has 72 points, because you get a lot of extra points for doing long plays. Now that he only has 3 trains, there's only going to be 1 more turn for each player. So I'm obviously not going to take another route because I wouldn't be able to complete it. My best option is just to make a random line somewhere. So that's what I'll do. Put it there. And then it is 2 or less? I thought it was 3 or less. How come your number has gone red then? I thought when your number was red, everyone got 1 more turn. Okay, maybe I could have completed. It would have been luck though, whether I could have completed another route or not. Because if it wasn't completable in 2 tiles, I would have had to spend a turn to draw a route, another turn to draw the cards, and another turn to play them. Okay, fewer than 3, not less than 3. Less than 3, as in a heart. Well, then I'll play another 2 long train over here. So the question is, are my routes worth 15... Well, yeah. If my routes are worth at least 15 points more than Fused, then I win. But if his routes are worth no fewer than 15 points less than mine, then he wins. Obviously neither of the AIs win. The easy AI, which we played a practice game on before the stream, one of them ended with a score of 0, and that's only because the game doesn't let you go negative, otherwise it would be negative. Few says, should I draw tickets? I mean, I wouldn't recommend it personally. If you want to hand me the win, then by all means do. Dustin says, I agree that end stream should not be possible. What, you want me to stream forever? With 10,000 points, you let people end the stream. So, yes, Mac, I do. Nobody's ever actually redeemed it. The point of that redeem is... Oh, I have the longest route. That's nice. Let's just look at the scores here. So, Few, a bunch of routes, and... Aha. I think I win. It was that, yeah, the longest route that did it. If I hadn't had that 10-point bonus for longest route, then Few would have won by 1 point. So GG. I mean, Few won our practice game off stream, so I guess it's 1-1 at the moment. Oh, you didn't count the longest route up. Okay, fair enough. Did you want another game, Few, or I can switch over to Polybridge if you've had enough? Up to you. Rematch? Yeah, so since it's 1-1 now, we should probably do a deciding match. So, let's get that set up. Yeah, but just on the subject of ending the stream, the point of that redeem is mostly that if I'm doing one of my Scrabble streams and I've gone on for like 6 hours and people think I'm looking a bit tired and I should probably stop, then they can make me stop. So it's for my own good as well. And if somebody redeems end the stream 5 minutes in, I'll end the stream, but there's no rule that I can't just start another stream immediately afterwards. Can play this game infinitely. I mean, I could. I'm not going to. Are you going to join, Few? I invited you. Come and join. There we go. Oh, that's no good. We haven't got Ophelia. I want Ophelia. There we go. Shall we leave the AIs on normal again? Okay, normal AIs. I suppose we don't want one of the AIs. Well, there isn't an impossible mode. There's only easy, normal, or hard. But we don't want the AIs to win because then it would still be tied between me and Few. We couldn't end on that cliffhanger. One normal and one hard. Well, since Few is playing the game, I'll go with what he wants. And if he doesn't say otherwise, I'll assume that we have two normals again. Max says, in 20 minutes you'll go to sleep, play just on the side of a bit Dwarf Romantic. Yes, Dwarf is a good sort of game for the end of the day. Dwarf, if he doesn't care, so we won't care. Good idea to start directly in you, yes. Yeah, well, the easy player is very noobish. They'll do things like build a loop of routes, which is completely pointless. Choose at least 2 tickets to keep. So we have that one, which I feel like I might as well keep. All the way over there, all the way over there. Okay. That might be a bit difficult, given that I also have to come down here. So I think I might keep these 2. And then maybe draw 3 new ones when I've done those 2. That may or may not be the correct decision, I don't know. Okay. I want to come this way rather than that way, I think, probably. So yeah, I want a lot of blues, and I want yellows. So I'll start drawing blues and yellows. Yeah, you don't have to have AIs. Obviously, you can play online against random people. Yes, master difficulty is having 4 opponents, all of whom are. Yes, it did. It used 2 rainbow cards to play a 2 tile track, which is not a good play. I'll take yellow. Random one. Okay, in the same place as I am. Hello, T-Bago. Welcome to the stream. No, that's quite understandable. I don't usually start till 9, so you would be 15 minutes early normally. So I don't mind that at all. Welcome in, and yes, we had another viewer request. This time from Few. So we are playing Ticket to Ride, the online version of the popular board game. We've only played 1 game so far, but I had a practice game with Few off stream, which Few won, and then I won the first game on stream. So having a decider now, I guess. Let me go ahead and start playing some trains. How was the game T-Bago suggested? It was good, Dustin. Sorry you didn't confirm that. Sorry you didn't catch the stream. So it was a puzzle game, but it has quite a decent amount of storyline content, as well as the puzzles. And apparently, according to reviews, I haven't, I went into it not knowing anything about it, other than it was a puzzle game that got good reviews. But T-Bago says reviews say it's like a sort of fourth wall breaking, subversive meta game later on, sort of a bit like Undertale was. Apparently the levels are all full of secrets that you have to unlock and stuff like that. I didn't manage to find any of that. I was just enjoying the puzzles. But they were nice puzzles, and I'm sure if I play the game for a bit longer, I'll figure out what's going on. I mean, yeah, you did say you were stuck in traffic for an hour, so I suppose you could have listened to me then. But no, I understand. It's a shame you missed the stream. Right, let's get 3 whites, because I need a 3 of something. 2 greens. Few is card hoarding as usual. How is 12 card hoarding? Well, first of all, you have 13. And secondly, you now have 14. Right, let's go ahead and play the white ones there. 14 isn't hoarding. Hello, Lady L. Welcome to the stream. Today I'm playing something a bit different. This was a viewer request from Few, who is a viewer who I'm currently playing. He's the black player. The other 2 players are just AIs. But this is Ticket to Ride. It's the online version of the board game. And I don't know if that's your sort of thing, but yeah, I hope you enjoy. And thank you for coming here. I need 2 twos here, don't I? So let's get the black one, and then let's hope for a rainbow. Oh, or a blue. Yeah, blue works. I need 6 blues, so I need 2 more rainbows. I mean, nobody's played any trains around here, so I feel like these are probably safe. So I should probably take this chance to draw some rainbows while nobody else wants them. Yeah, this is certainly when there's only 2 players playing and maybe a couple of computer players, it's quite chill. From my experience, if there's 5 players and they're all playing competitively, it can be a bit stressful because you never know if your routes are going to be completely blocked or not. But yes, we are having a nice chill stream. I'm cuddling my shark plushie as usual. So let me get the last rainbow. Yes, and this I like this game because it has rainbow trains in it, and that's very on brand for me. Ooh, okay. Few is coming this way. I think I will just take this just to make sure Few isn't going to go there. He might not be intending to go there, of course, it's just hard to tell. Lady L showing off my follower emotes. I am very grateful to Twitch for expanding follower emote to all affiliates, because I was still a few months off meeting the requirements for that, and now everybody gets to use my emotes without having to subscribe, although obviously if you would like to subscribe, that would be lovely as well. Okay, I think I'll now use my blues to do this bit. It's not really any big deal if somebody does take this bit, because I can just get 1 more black card and go here. That still works. Oh yes, Smack. Lady L is also a Dwarf player, and occasionally also even a streamer. I think, or I think it might be a while since she streamed it. But yes, I think I first came across Lady L in somebody else's Dwarf stream, if I remember correctly. So yes. Most of my viewers are either here because of Scrabble or because of Dwarf. Those are really the two games I play that actually draw in viewers. I do also play Polybridge, but I think I've only had 2 people come in because it was Polybridge, and that was only because I posted on the Polybridge Discord. Right, I have no cards and no routes, so I've pretty much got to do a ticket. So that would be fairly easy to do. That would be a little more challenging, but if I did this, I'd already be halfway there. And likewise with that, actually. Yeah, I could make one path connecting all of those. I'll keep them all. I think I can do them all. Dustin originally came from Babel, but Babel was sort of Babel was the same community as Scrabble, I think. So we'll count that as Scrabble. And you didn't discover my stream through Babel, because I didn't stream until like a year after we stopped doing Babel. I followed you and various other Scrabble streams that you watched, and then one day I started streaming and you just naturally started watching me. Right, I need pinks. Did I play a hexagon game? Well, Dwarf Romantic is a hexagon game. I don't think I've played any other games that involve hexagons. Yo played some number game or something when stream was still crashing. Oh, no, sorry, yes, I did do a stream test. I can't remember what game that was now. Maybe it involved hexagons, I honestly can't remember. Yes, the first... After I decided I wanted to stream, it was a few weeks before I actually started streaming, because I had to get BT in to upgrade my internet from not being able to stream to being able to stream, which you'd think would be a standard part of the service, but there we go. Let's go and use this route here. Was Civilization a hexagon game too? So, the first 4 Civilization games, so original Civilization, Civ 2, Civ 3, Civ 4, were on a square grid, but then Civ 5 and Civ 6, which are the 2 most recent, those are both hexagon based. I played a lot of Civ 4, but I've never really played it since then, and Civ 4 came out 18 years ago for reference, so this is an old game at this point. I need black ones, don't I? Let's do that. You did not discover stream from TF2. Dustin, you discovered my stream because I told you in your stream that I was going to start streaming. That's how you discovered my stream. You played Civ 2? I mean, yeah, I played the original Civ. I am old enough to have done that, almost 30 years ago. No, you didn't discover it from TF2, Dustin. You'd already been in my streams before I did the TF2 stream. Most playtime you have in Civ is original. Hello, Izzy the Penguin. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. As you can see, we're playing something a little bit different today. We're playing Ticket to Ride, which is an online version of a board game that you may be familiar with. Fortune Teller told me you streamed TF2. Yeah, well, I don't know, if you'd seen my Steam account, you probably saw I had like 2,000 hours on TF2, in which case maybe you would predict that I would play it. You own the board game, is it? Yes, I think most people here do. Dustin does, Mac does. Teabago discovered my stream from a game I've never played. Which game was that then? Right, hang on. I shouldn't get too distracted from this game. So I need a 3 of something as well. Let's take those. After that, I only need 1s and 2s. So they should be much easier to get. Thank you, Mac, for redeeming Stretch. I don't think I can Stretch and Blaha at the same time, so let me just put that down. Let me take my turn. Let me get the 3 whites into place. You discovered the stream because Ophelia said it'd be a good place to be. Well, yes, I hope she was right. And, you know, Ophelia... A lot of what Ophelia says makes sense, I find. She tends to be right about things, and she tends to be a very good place to be herself. Ophelia, probably my favourite streamer right now. I'm not even exaggerating that. Very, very chill place to hang out. Lady L. Oh yes, so yes, Lady L plays Dwarf as well. Haven't played it recently, but you have played it. It's a really nice game. Yes, it's just if you like chill streams or you are a chill streamer, it's the ideal game for Ophelia because she can just have it open on the screen, and it doesn't matter how many times she plays in a stream. It's there and it's being done. Yes, Dustin has sort of comes from a different streaming philosophy than myself and Ophelia. Dustin likes chaotic streams. I apologise for the lack of chaos in my streams, Dustin. And I appreciate you being here despite that. I'm going to take this rainbow and finish my black section here, hopefully. Just work at the last 2 rewards. Yes, so some of the rewards are a bit grindy to get in Dwarf. The last one, I think, where you have to score 5,000 points in at least 40 games, which requires you to play at least 40 games. Yes, and so Panorama is another game that I have considered streaming. It is quite similar to Dwarf in that you are building a landscape out of hexagonal tiles and you get bonus points for matching the edges of the tiles. But there's also a lot of unique aspects to it that are very different to Dwarf, like you build buildings that take up multiple tiles and that sort of thing. Izzy likes a mix of styles depending on mood. That's completely valid. So I'm probably not going to get the longest train bonus this time because my routes are all branching, whereas you'll notice Fuse, the black one, is all in one long line, which means since that was what made the difference last time between winning and losing, few might take it this time purely on the basis of that, but then it just comes down to luck with your routes at that point. Mac X Piper says the 550 point I think will give me the biggest challenge that there was, because you understand it with a single tile. Yeah, so Max, just to let you know, the way to do that is you put 6 tiles in a circle and leave a hole in the middle, and you make sure what you leave in the hole is something, you make sure it's a tile that you'll get that you can fill in the hole, and then you make sure all the tiles around the hole are perfect. Once you do that, when you put the middle tile in, you'll get 7 perfects at the same time, and yeah, that gives you a lot of points. So that's the way you do that achievement. Sorry, I realise I'm holding a few up here by talking instead of playing. So that completes that one. Mission is I can't remember actually. I don't think you need to complete a quest at the same time. Maybe you do actually. I don't remember. Maybe you have to complete a quest at the same time, but you wouldn't have to put a quest tile in the middle. There would just have to be a quest somewhere connected to it that you were completing. So yeah, I didn't find it that hard to do. It just, you had to be patient and get the right tiles. Let me get a random one, and then whatever I pick, I'll pick the card that matches it, and then I can guarantee to get to the same. It's going to be slightly more awkward to complete my route than I would like, because the direct route from Oklahoma to Little Rock has been taken by the yellow player. But I can still just go around this way, which will require a pink. If I take a pink, and I can use any colour here, so I'll draw hoping to get a pink. Okay, I didn't. I want to try, like you said, 2 perfect circle in the middle of tower, fit perfect, and finish over the way. Yeah, I think that's what I did, although it was like a year ago, so I may be misremembering. But yes, give that a go, see if that works. Right, I still need a pink one, but I think since this is only one line, I'll play here, just to make sure the yellow player doesn't have it. And then I'll have to separately play here. So yeah, there'll be an awful lot of branching on my line. I'm not going to have the longest one. Few, meanwhile, continuing to make one continuous line. Right, let me get an orange to match this one to use there, and then... perfect, I got the pink. That's exactly what I needed. Wow, okay, playing 3 greens and 3 rainbows there to finish that. Nice. So I'll put the pinks down there. I need one one card of any colour. I think I can probably manage that. So 7 minutes ago I was meant to be doing a stretch and then I got distracted. A stretch! Oh, needed that. Thank you for redeeming it. Stretch! I encourage everyone to stretch, especially if you've been sitting for a long time. Oh. And Izzy redeemed drink water, so I will do that as well. Careful. I must say my viewers are very disciplined with their redemptions. Nobody has yet tried to make me drink water 10 times in one stream or anything like that. Which I've definitely done to streamers before. You're going to bed, Mac. Have a nice rest of the stream. Yes, thank you. And I understand it's late for you. You're ahead of me in Europe. Good time to chat. Emma does not mess around with the stretching. I mean, you've got to commit to it. The redeem is there for my own benefit, so I'm going to do it properly. Right, I need one card of any colour, but I might as well pick a random one because there's a chance it's a rainbow. And it wasn't. Oh, I did get a rainbow. Okay, that's good because I can use the pink here, and then I've got a rainbow to use somewhere else. Well, now that you've said that, says Izzy, you discover that I have a time limit on the redeem. Because I thought of it. Drink water. I don't actually have any left. I'll play my next turn and then I'll go and fetch some more water. And then I'll drink the water that I fetched. I know what my next move is going to be. It's going to be between Omaha and Kansas City, which I'm sure it feels a lot longer in real life than it looks on this map, I think. I think some of the distances have been adjusted for gameplay reasons. Do the different colours mean anything? Yes, Matcha Catcher. So the colours of trains that's being put down identify which player they belong to. So we have 4 players in this game: a red player, yellow player, blue player, and black player. And then the colours of the lines on the board. It can be a bit difficult to see which one on stream, which ones are trains and which ones are lines. But if you've been watching since the beginning, you'll see. Some of the lines are coloured, and you can only complete that line by playing the appropriate coloured cards. Some of the lines are grey, such as this one. If it's a grey line, you can complete it with any colour. Right, I'm now going to drink... Well, okay, I'm now going to get some water, and I'm going to drink that water twice. I'm not quite sure how that works, but we'll find out. I return bearing water, and it's my turn. Debugger has enough for 404 drinks. Could I respectfully request, Debugger, that you spend it on something else? I'm sure you can get more value for your points. Right, sorry, yes, it's my turn, and I think I want more cards. I've only got 9 trains left. Oh, what the hell. We'll take the risk that I can complete something with 9 trains. Well, that would only need 3 trains. That would need the same 3 trains. And there's no way I'm doing that. Okay, I'm going to keep these 2. Because if I go here, I've completed both of them. That was quite fortunate. I don't think anyone else is going to run out of trains before I can get... Because that's only 3 more turns. Draw 2 cards. Play 2 cards. Play the rainbow. I can do that before anyone runs out. Right, time to drink water twice. That was 1. That was 2. Thank you, Izzy. Viewer participation in the stream is much appreciated. Okay, let's play the 2 here. It's going to leave me with playing 1 rainbow to complete the 1 tile, which is a bit silly. So, okay, yeah, Few has branched out now, but I think he is ahead of me in terms of length of train. Definitely ahead of the yellow and blue because they've built all over the place. So Few will be 12 points up on me, not counting the routes. And he's also, yeah, he's 3 points ahead on the actual line points. So he could take this, I think. Now, I've probably got 2 turns left now, so but I'm just going to have to spend one of the turns to get 2 cards and another turn to play them somewhere random, I think. I don't think I have time to complete another route, since I had no cards. I suppose, Debago, you're not going to redeem VIP because you're already mod, which kind of trumps VIP. And you're not going to redeem gift sub because you've already subscribed. I need to make more expensive redemptions that Debago can have. If anyone has suggestions for channel point redemptions, by the way, do feel free to share them. I suppose I could make a channel point redemption for add a channel point redemption. So you pay like 20,000 points to make me add a new redeem for another 20,000 points. So I'm just going to put these here. I guess. IRL stream. This is an IRL stream. I'm really here. Hello, this is me. What does IRL stream mean? It's my turn. I'll pick a new 2 cards. I don't think I'm going to get to use them. What does the IRL stream for 50,000 entail, Magic Coach? As I say, I am happy to take suggestions as long as they're serious. Also, yeah, Few did just put down the long train, so he's now 8 points ahead of me. So I think this is. In fact, I'm not even ahead of the yellow player, which is a bit worrying. You can take Orc to Park. Yeah, so Magic actually, in all seriousness, because but streaming for me is sort of a winter thing. In the summer, I'm a botanist, and I tend to spend my evenings outdoors looking at pretty flowers. So doing a botany stream where, you know, I go to a nature reserve or something and show people how to identify plants, that is something I would really like to do. But the mobile internet here is so bad, especially nature reserves tend to be in very rural places. I haven't found anywhere that I would actually be able to stream from. Oh, I get one more turn to play these trains. Okay. So yes, that is something I would like to do, and I maybe will do at some point if 5G ever gets rolled out here. But as things stand, I just don't have a way to do that. But I appreciate the suggestion, Matchcatcher, and in fact, yes, it probably wouldn't be a redeem because I would probably just do it for free. So I use my trains. Few has no trains, so I'm not sure what he's going to do. Should you draw tickets? Again, Few, if you'd like to throw the game, then be my guest. But I don't think it's the best play in this position. Last time was correct. How? It wasn't correct last time, was it? Or was it? Through the game by not drawing. Oh. Well, no, but this really is the last turn. Like, if you draw tickets now, you won't be able to play them. You don't have any trains left. So whatever the value of the ticket you draw is, you'll lose that many points. How can that possibly be the right move? Oh, you have to draw into a completed route. Isn't the odds of that pretty low, though? Because you've only connected, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... Yeah, you've only connected 12 cities. I think you're winning anyway, Few. Because you're 10... Yeah, but you're 10 points ahead of me. And you've got the longest line. So you're 20 points up. I don't have 20 points more worth of routes than you. So it's up to you. I don't think that's the right play. await Few's decision. Or draw tickets. Oh yeah, well, draw tickets if you want, but if you get a 20... Yeah, if you get Vancouver to Miami for 26 or whatever the highest one is, then you're going to lose to Ophelia, and that's just embarrassing. Yes, you could also still win even though you failed one of your routes, if it's a small route, like a 4-point one. You have 150 points on the board. Okay, yes. Well, you're a long way ahead of me then. And I'm fairly sure you're ahead of the AI players. I can't draw tickets. I've already made my last play. Oh, a few has drawn tickets. Moment of truth. How screwed are you? Oh, he only kept one. Okay, so my longest was 19, Few's longest was 30, so really no competition there. And including all his... so you managed a 21 point and... okay. You didn't draw a completed route there, you failed one, but you only lost 6 points for failing it. And given that still puts you 23 ahead of me. Oh god, look, yeah, this is what happens with the computer players. They're so bad. That wasn't even on easy, that was normal. And they failed most of their routes. Almost had 2 of the drawn tickets. Well, congratulations, Few. You win that. And this picture here, Few. This is how I imagine you in real life. I mean, I realise I have actually seen you in real life now. Briefly on Access Typo stream, but this is what I imagine you look like in IRL. Pro Stoic, hello, welcome to the stream, and yes, we've been playing Ticket to Ride. This was a viewer request, so if you take a look in my channel point redemptions, you will see that for, I think it's 3,000 points, you can choose a game for me to play, and Few chose this game, and I played it with him, and he's beaten me 2 games to 1 so far. Pro Stoic, I've heard good things about Ticket Ride. Yes, so it's best known as a board game, and I have in fact played the board game, and so have a lot of people here. Few rates it 3 out of 5. Apparently. I don't know. Well, okay, something is 3/5 of something. I quite like the board game. I'm a bit disappointed that you have to pay so much for the expansions online, but oh well. Okay, so are you saying you'd like to play again, Few? And do a best of 5? As I say, you're currently up 2-1, so if you win the next one, then you win. But if I win the next one, then yeah, we'd have to play another one as a decider. Okay. Best of 4. You can't have a best of 4 because what happens if it's 2 each? That doesn't work. Right, invite Few. There we are. Right. I'm forcing Few to not be a black player this time. What difficulty should we have the AIs on? Should we try hard or should we leave them at normal? Oh, Oh, Fury's the blue player now. I think Few. I said that Few looks like this IRL. At least that's how I imagine him to look. Even though I have seen what it looks like now. Trying to change. Well, you can only be blue or green at this point because I've already put the AIs in the other colours. You want to be black. Okay, let me remove Ophelia and let you change to black. And then I'll put Ophelia in as blue. No, we need to have Ophelia. No. 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 What? What's happening? There we go. Nobody had greens. I mean, nobody dressed like this. Okay. Shall I leave them on normal or shall I put them on hard this time? I suppose it would be awkward if we lost. Try one hard. Okay, we'll put one on hard, leave the other one normal. Game. Not everyone wore black. Maybe they were going to a party somewhere. I don't know. Right. So that one, and that one. Well, the blue and green have a very nice synergy between them. Less so on the red, but I think I'll keep them all. I can still make a decent route that connects them all. Okay, right, so I'm going to be making use of this middle bit again, so I don't want to use my whites for it because I want to do this route. I need either greens or reds to do that. Everything else can be grey. Yeah, I'm just going to start by taking tickets. And then taking a matching one through as well. All the banks. So the thing is, Dustin, you probably know this if you've played it, the real game. If you take a rainbow one, you can only have one, whereas if you take a colour, you can have two. And since most of what I'm playing, I can play any two. Here I can play any two cards, so it doesn't matter what colours I have. So I might as well have two cards rather than one card. And then, yeah, if you take a face-up rainbow card, that's the only card you can take. Well, otherwise you can take two cards. If you take a face-down card and it happens to be rainbow, that's fine. You can keep that. So. Yeah, I'm really looking for white cards, so if there's no white cards face up, I'm going to draw hoping I get a white one. Because I do really need to find 6 whites in order to do this. I don't want to be going round like that. Oh, where is Few going? Right, there's a white available. I shall snap that up, and I think I want this green as well, so I'll take the green. How many blanks do you have, says Few? Well, that would be telling, but I have 2. I mean, you can just look at the stream, and then you know how many I have. Okay, so I could get this now, playing the 4 and the 2. But I'll save the rainbows for a bit, see if I draw any more. Sorry. Okay, the options are blue or rainbow. Nobody wants blue ones, but that includes me, unfortunately. Yeah, see, I'm getting white ones by drawing. Drawing from, Hello, Liari! Welcome to the stream. We are playing something a little different today. This was a viewer request from WTFU. We are playing Ticket to Ride, the online version of the well-known board game. And I'm drawing far too many tiles in the hope of getting I got another rainbow, that will do. Yes, that's your name, View. Face came disappeared for like 2 seconds. Welcome, Liari. I hope you enjoy the stream. This is something a little bit different. So I'm only playing Few. I'm not playing anyone else. The other 2 players you can see are just AI players. I'm going to finally do this. Doing one of my rainbows. Ophelia is not a real player. There is a streamer called Ophelia. She is not in the stream. She's not here. Now there's a white one, of course, after I've already done that. Back to, okay, green is good. Orange is less good. Everybody else seems to be in the top right corner. Yellow is trying to screw you. So Yellow is an AI. Yellow has no concept of screwing people. And I don't think they're going to succeed. I mean, they've taken this. It doesn't really matter. I can just go like this to get round. I suppose there's a risk if you and the yellow player both play here, then I could lose that spot. In which, yeah, I'll go here now just to make sure I get that. Yellow has been tracking what cities your eyes were looking at. I mean, they don't really need to do that, so they could just watch the stream. Okay, my turn. I would still like a black one. Well, I'll take a black and a rainbow. That's exactly what I needed. Shall take this one now, again using a rainbow. To stream snuff. Here's the side. See, I could just go blah 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 blah, or I could go like that to get here, which would be more points. But I'd need to find whites. I mean, there's two whites. I'll do that. Let me take, since nobody wants whites at the moment, I'll take the whites. Few sus. WTF is that? Drop strain on random city. Otis sus. Yeah, this doesn't fit in with any of the other routes he's doing. But he also has one train over here, by the way. So that there, and there. I don't know where he's going. Another white, and I'll need another pink as well. If I'm going to do what I'm planning to do, that's what I'll need. Okay, yeah, let me go ahead and get the pinks down, and then I can fill in that with anything left over. I don't know what Otis is doing. I'm hoping it fails hilariously and he ends up not completing any routes. Because like Vancouver to Seattle is not a route that you can get a card for. They're all at least 4 spaces long. And then... yeah, then I also want to do this red route. I'll burn a rainbow to do that. And then I'll connect up like this, and then I've just got to go like that to get to the green one, which is fine. Which one's a hard bot? I think I made green the hard bot, not yellow. So far green hasn't done very much, just played over here. Okay, now I do need a white. I can also just play here. I think I will do... there isn't an easy one, there's a normal and a hard. Yellow is normal and green is hard, I think is how I put it. Oh, okay, I can't go that way. Okay, I'll have to come in from the top now. Oh, few playing 6 black ones, not even needing a rainbow to complete that route. I will take this white while it's on offer. I mean, I have enough now, but let's take a random one. White line. Okay, now I do need to make sure I get to this green little rock station, which yellow has blocked from 2 directions. To do that I either need pinks or blues, so I will take one of these 4 blues that's available. And then I'll take a random one, which turns out to be another blue. Blanks, yes. I prefer to call them rainbow trains, but few calls them blanks. So yeah, I'm going to go here. And then I can't imagine that yellow would play here, that wouldn't make any sense, but then I should be able to play there with my greens next turn. You could go there, Few, but you said you don't block people, so... I need an Emma shrugging emote. Emote. One I don't have yet. commission some more emotes. I don't know how long it'll be till I get them. Everyone's quite busy, artists are quite busy with emotes at the moment because everybody got follower slots unlocked at the same time. So I'm going to go here. So I once again don't have one continuous train because I had to branch off there, and Few does have a continuous line so far, so it's possible Few will win again on the basis of that. If you took a train past your house, yeah, you live in Texas, don't you, Justin? So Texas is quite big, though. Like, you could be anywhere in this region. I don't know which of these 6 trains is. Anyway, right, I need to fill in this one train gap. I'll use this one. Should have blocked. What should I have blocked? Or are you saying you should have blocked me? There's no point burning a blank to cover a 1-tile grey space because you could use anything. Unless you have 6 rainbows, there's no reason to burn a rainbow. But even if you'd blocked, I still have plenty of ways to connect it. I would just need 2 of anything and 2 of anything. And you wouldn't be able to block that because it's a double line. So the missing link now is this bit. I just need 2 of something. Blue or yellow? Let's use the blues. Completes all 3 of my routes simultaneously because there was 3 stations on that side and 3 stations on that side. At the same time, it's not that hard to do. It comes up quite often, and I don't think this game even has achievements. Right, can I do more stop with 11 trains? I think I can. So that is a definite no. It's nowhere near where I am. That's possible. I just would need a 4 there and a 3 there, and that would need a 3 and a 2. If I took both of these, I'd need to place 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, if I took both of these, I would be 1 train short of being able to complete them both. Which is a shame. If one of these was just a slightly lower score, or there was one that was a slightly higher score, then I could have done better this game. But yeah, this will get me slightly more points for the completions, so I will take that one. Could have killed your 3 routes. Well, no, you wouldn't have been able to kill my 3 routes, Few, because I have this double line all the way up, and the only place you could have blocked the double line is there, and then I'd have just gone round. If you'd blocked this, I'd have just gone like that. Yeah, you could have blocked that, but you couldn't keep blocking this because it's a double. So if you go one side, I just go the other side. You would have to conspire with the yellow player to block it. I don't know what the yellow player is doing. The yellow player currently has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 disconnected bits of train. Anyway, I need a 3 and a 4, so there's my 3. And I need to start. And I'll take the orange, hoping the other orange survives till next turn. I can take that. Ah, yellow has screwed me. I did wonder if they were going all the way there, but the way they were playing, it's impossible to tell where they were going. Like, are they really headed for Vancouver? Because, okay, well I'll take the yellow and finish that next turn, and then I'll have to go the long way around to this. Well, actually, yeah, I could go like that. Yeah, in that case, I should prioritise this. Go that way. Yellow fucked you there last game. Yeah, well, this time you took the black. Few has done something good this game, which is taking both of these black routes. Getting a lot of points. You don't have enough trains? I have 8 trains? Oh, yeah, because that's 5 and that's 4. Okay, yeah, I don't have enough trains, which is unfortunate. In which case I should try and get the 4, because that's more points. But yeah, I'll take oranges, as well as oranges. I'll take a random. I would love to see where yellow's routes actually are, because there's absolutely no chance they're completing this one. Well, few playing off 3 rainbow. I mean, no one else is running out of trains yet, so let's just draw some. Hope to get an orange. I do need an orange or a rainbow to do this. Oh, you had to be. Oh, is this? Is this the high-speed rail to Las Vegas? This bit here. Anyway, there's my orange. And I guess a white. I might as well. I'll finish the bottom bit so that I can say I made the high-speed rail to Las Vegas. Okay, I think it was played well. I suppose to be expected since they were on hard mode. They've also got 2 lines of 6 and mostly 1 continuous track. Fuse is also mostly 1 continuous track. I think Fuse is longer though. Cost $12 billion for 2 cards. It's only 2 cards long. How much do these other lines cost then? Okay, let's go here. And then, assuming Few doesn't block me, I will make the high-speed rail next turn. It doesn't look like it's designed to be high-speed rail because it's got a sharp bend in it. Like you'd think it would be a more smooth curve if it was high speed. Like the train is going to fall off on this corner. So, okay, yeah, Few plays all his trains. Blocking me. I thought you said you didn't block Few. Not that I can complete it anyway. So I will do that. And yeah, that leaves me with only 3 trains, and I would still have a way around here if I had 4 trains, but I only have 3. And Few is out of trains. So, yeah. So the situation here, I have 68 points, Few has 81. He's also built a longer route than me, and I failed a route. I think I know who's won this. Unless he draws some tickets and throws the game. Hello, Ruby! Thank you very much for joining us on this Sunday evening. So, as you can see, I'm doing something a little different today. In my channel point rewards, there is a redemption for viewer suggesting game, and Few suggested this game, Ticket to Ride, based on the board game. So I'm playing this with Few. And yeah, if you drew a completed 21-point ticket. Okay, I think I know who's won then. Well, yeah. You didn't get the 10-point bonus for the longest route. That went to Ophelia. But yes, welcome in, Ruby, and I hope you enjoy this despite it being a little different to usual. Yeah, that was. It's a good thing you drew that view. that would have been very embarrassing if you'd lost by 1 point to the computer. Yeah, so this is... it's not even an easy AI, it's a normal... Ophelia was the hard bot, which shows. But yeah, Otis wasn't on easy, Otis was on normal, and still managed to score 0. Ruby, do you agree that this is what Few looks like in real life? This is what he looks like, right? Yeah, if you hadn't drawn that 21 Few, you'd have lost by 20. Okay, well, you win the best of 5, because that's your 3rd win. Oh, he's taller than that, okay. Sorry, let me correct. I'm trying to stretch him and it's not working. Anyway, I think we've been going for about 2 hours, so that's probably enough Ticket to Ride for one day. But thank you for playing with me, Few, and congratulations on your win. I am going to switch over to Polybridge now. The way I'm going to do these viewer request streams, like I did with T-Bago's request for Void Stranger, was I did half Dorfromantic and half Void Stranger. So I'll do the same with this. But thank you for the suggestion, Few. And if anyone else wants to suggest a game and you have 3,000 channel points, please feel free to do so. Egg, says Few. Right. 1 moment. Okay. So Few has redeemed more Ticket to Ride. So guess what we're doing next Sunday, everyone? We're going to be playing this again. So yes, I will switch over to Polybridge now. Yes, so the redeem is always for the next stream. So yes, I will be playing Polybridge now, and then next week we will have another combined Polybridge and Ticket to Ride stream. Dustin says, should you buy a game for next stream? I mean, if you would like to play it with us, Dustin, then by all means that would be lovely. Yes, it would be nice to have 3 people. Wonder how long they sit there for the train. Well, several trains have gone past and none of them have actually stopped. So that might be the problem. They might be looking at the trains thinking, are any of these actually going to stop? Anyway, just give me 1 second while I get set up with Polybridge. Need to check time, have something midday, might be second half next week. Yes, that's absolutely fine, Joe. It doesn't have to be the Sunday stream either. We can be flexible on when exactly it is. Although if it's on the Saturday stream, that might confuse my Scrabble viewers. So yes, we'll have 2 viewer redemptions running simultaneously, I think, because we'll have the Void Stranger and the Ticket to Ride. Right. Polybridge, that's a thing. Girls want one thing, and that is to play transportation-themed games. I mean, I don't think Scrabble is a transportation-themed game, although you can certainly play transportation-themed words. Dorfromantic is partly transportation-themed. You do have railways in that as well. Girls want to play train games. Polybridge, that's what Polybridge is lacking. It's lacking trains. So let's get the capture switched over, camera in the right place. Volume is good. It doesn't say mute. Okay, yes, we do have music, but I want the music to be quiet. I think that's about right. Tell me if sound levels are wrong, and I will do my best to not wrong them. If by some miracle anybody hasn't played the original Half-Life, it's free on Steam right now. I have played it 25 years ago. I do also have it in my Steam account now. I could do that on a future stream, actually. I've sort of put my own ideas for stream games on hold because I'm getting suggestions from viewers at the moment, which is great. So, Polybridge. Off stream, I have been going back through the earlier levels and optimizing a lot of my solutions. And I've got pretty much all of the 1 and 2 sheep difficulty, so the first 6 worlds of the campaign. I've got the top 1% on all the leaderboards now, which is nice. Let's just wait a moment while it loads them in. So yeah, up to this, which is one of the 3 sheep worlds, then I haven't anymore. And in particular, I have first place on the leaderboard and nobody's beaten it yet. So since the leaderboards were reset, I've achieved 3 first places. 1 on that level and 1 on that level that someone managed to beat. But this one has been up for 4 days now, which is the longest any of them have survived. And it's funny because it's a jump level, and I usually hate jump levels. But yeah, this is a level where you've got these 2 bits to jump off, and I just managed to keep tweaking it until I had this really cheap solution, which is just ahead of this. Yeah, we're both $1,000 ahead of next place, but the secret is to completely ignore this subjoint here. You don't need it. The category is still Ticket to Ride, Lady L. That is a very good point, and I will be changing it now. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. This is Polybridge 3. Well, I should probably change the title as well, because we're not going on a train journey. I'm not going on a journey in any of these vehicles, knowing what happens to these bridges. Yes, so I just wanted to show off that, yes, I am actually reasonably good at this game. I'm sure as soon as somebody realises I've got the number 1 spot on the leaderboard, they'll be along to knock me off that spot, which is exactly what happened last time I showed one off on stream. Somebody came in from the Discord and beat it. Ruby says, is it required the game I choose has a transportation theme? I mean, it's not required, Ruby, obviously. You can suggest anything you like. I do reserve the right to decide not to play it and refund you your channel points if I don't think it's something that would be suitable for the stream. But yes, if you want to request Siberia or anything like that, feel free. Right now, there might be a wait of a week or 2 before I actually play it, because I have lots of other viewer requests going on. But that, by all means, go ahead and do the request, and I will let you know when I'll be streaming your game. But yes, there is definitely a transportation theme at the moment. That doesn't mean there will be in future. So, what I was planning to do, just to sort of end off this stream today, was continue my optimizing, because this is the spring world and I'm not very good with springs, and all my spring solutions are useless. So I'm going to try and improve some of them. This is the single worst solution I've done, so I'm going to take a look at that one, see if I can't make it better. Right, yeah, this one. So I need to grab this star, but I can't build the bridge there because the boat's in the way, so I have to use these springs to make the whole thing sag down. Yeah, it sounds simple, but getting it to work was not great. Just barely got it under budget. So, let's do some optimizing. Time to Google Pixar Cars tie-in video game. I mean, I'm sure there's been one. I doubt anyone wants to tie in with this game because their vehicles would spend most of their time plummeting to their demise off the bridge. Can I just lower all of this? Do I even need all of this? What happens if none of this is here? Oh, this is too floppy and hits the boat. I should have seen that coming. Okay. It works right up until it doesn't. Okay. This can be lower. This could be like down here actually. Hello, Five Crab. Thank you for joining us. I'm afraid you missed Ticket to Ride today, which was a Fuse viewer request game, and Few beat me at that by 3 games to 2, but we've now switched over to Polybridge just to end things off. The more I look at this design, the more I just want to delete it and start again, so that's what I'm going to do. What if I just do roads like that and roads like that and connect them with the spring and then do this. And then something it works. Go under. No, you can't go under Few. Firstly, I need to collect this star. Secondly, if your vehicle goes below the level of the water, then it drowns and you lose. I'm sure we've covered this before, Few. Anyway, yeah. Then I was thinking I could have springs underneath. If I do something like this, I can put a spring here. Make the whole thing sit on the spring. Probably need to have multiple springs here. Is that just going to... Okay, yeah, that's going to sag too much and get hit by the boat. Is that a safari bus? I don't know. It's a bus of some sort. Yeah, maybe if I only spring the very end of this. Like that. Okay. Let's repeat that on the other side. Should I buy a safari bus? What would you do with the safari bus once you'd bought it? Would you show up to Scrabble tournaments in it? Okay, let's see how this goes. It was going very well right up until it wasn't. Lower this. Ruby likes that idea. Okay, yeah, that works. And it is cheaper than my previous solution. It's still rather expensive. I'm not bottom 10% anymore. I'm now top 33%. Not quite the 1% I was aiming for. Right, this probably doesn't need to be here. I can probably make this out of wood. And put some wood here. Again, it should be symmetrical, so I should just be able to do this every time. WTF, says Few. It does work. Ruby says, I hate having resting nice face. This couple sat down at my table even though we're open tables. I can understand that, Ruby, but on the other hand, I like the fact that you have a nice face. So it is appreciated. I can see how it would be awkward when you don't want to appear friendly, but the fact that you do is a good thing, I think. Top 21%. What was wrong with that? What was wrong with what for you? My bridge? Yes, I understand, Ruby. I do understand. And bye, I guess, since you don't want to hang out with us. Ruby doesn't like me. Having your treat and watching your videos. Yes, that's good. That didn't actually get me any further. What can I actually do to improve this without it breaking? This steel doesn't actually do anything. This could probably be wood. What's the best way of doing this? Something like that. Maybe. Oops. Does that actually stand up? Okay, it does. I'll swap that to the other side as well. 5Crab says the right half has more leeway than the left, since the bus flopping down over the first peak is the big stress point. Well, the bus does flop down over both sides, and the two sides are connected by a spring in the middle, so I think the stress is about equal on both sides. But we'll see. Eventually I won't be able to just mirror the two sides, and then it won't work. 5Crab will sit at your table and steal all your anagrams. You see, unlike you, Few, Ruby doesn't just casually sit there doing anagrams for fun, so she's not at risk of having them stolen. I can't imagine anything more horrific for you than having your anagrams stolen. I mean, imagine. Right, can this be... This can probably be shorter. About this. Why would you care about stolen? Because you can't have someone else knowing your words. That would be... Donate your words to people with less words. Well, you even made a whole lexicon. For the benefit of people who didn't know very many words. You could give them all these new words to learn. He is so generous with his donations of words to people. Over 5 million billion people have benefited from Few's words. Lexicon that only you play. Well, I played it once. I played it against somebody other than you, Few. I played it against Noob Skills, and Noob Skills didn't like it at all. Noob Skills was like, I can't play any of the Collins words. What is this? Yes, and also you force bots to play it. Do you think the bots sit around complaining about how they have to play Cell? I think where Cell has its place is people who are still learning. Certainly, people who are still learning Scrabble, but also people who are still learning English, especially. Which is not the people who are going to hang out on the Woogles Discord and give you feedback about your lexicon, because those people are already Scrabble enthusiasts, so they've already learnt a lexicon to at least some degree. So it's not really a fair, like, the people who say that Cell is bad are not your target audience for Cell, if you like. Can I get away with this being a rope? Cell is good for shovelware word games. It would be nice if there was a standard lexicon for those games, Dustin. I'm sure you can relate, having played a lot of them yourself. Some of them have really weird lexicons that accept all sorts of non-Collins 2s and stuff. So when I was leaving, she said, "Bless you, Jesus loves you, MK girl, bye." Yeah, probably best that they didn't talk to you then, Ruby. You don't want to associate with those people, I imagine. You don't really get that here. People are a lot less religious in this country. There are deeply religious people, but the odds of meeting one are very low. Nobody actually talks about Jesus outside of church. A good 60-70% of young people are completely non-religious in the UK now. Bejesus. Right, somehow I need to make this cheaper. I might be able to replace these with wood if I arrange it like this. Yes, Ruby obviously is Jewish and therefore not interested in Jesus. As far as Ruby's concerned, Jesus was just some random Jewish bloke who got nailed to a cross. Oh, Rosalind Carter just died. Okay. Yeah, 96 though, so yeah. Jimmy Carter outlived some of the more recent presidents. Top 14%. I don't know. My goal, if I can't get top 1%, is to at least get top 10% on these. So we'll see if we get there today. Otherwise, I will come back and optimise this off stream. Ruby needs to drive home. Okay, thank you for hanging out, Ruby, even if it was only for a short time. I hope you have a safe drive home, and I hope you have a nice, relaxing evening. Okay, this one seems less happy to be made out of wood, so I don't think I can. Can I make this out of something other than... I'll make this shorter, so 2 woods fit there, and do that. That's still, yeah, that's still cheaper if it works. Oh, but I need a piece here. Still cheaper if it works. Okay, it doesn't work there. Not that. Nope. This bit of cable. Okay, the steel breaks of all things, so that needs to be lower. Now we're probably getting back to the cost we were at before. Yeah, we are. Have a blessed day, says everyone in Georgia. Cable and microwave. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get the left side as cheap as I can and then copy it to the right. But yeah, I don't see a way. This probably works, but then that's more expensive. Yeah. Does that work without needing a cable there? No, because it doesn't fit. Okay, this is only slightly more expensive. It doesn't work. Okay, yeah, I have a feeling that this is needed. 5Crab is suggesting replacing this cable rather than the other one. This one gets a lot of stress as well, but yeah, just about makes it. That's top 12%. Maybe this steel can be wood then. Let's try that. Almost. No. This might work. If I bring that down. No point having a wood and a rope there. I can make this whole thing work. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Okay, I think I'll leave that one at 12%. Just, I don't want to spend the whole stream on one level, so we shall try this one, which was my second worst solution, which is also pretty bad. I think just because I built the whole thing out of steel. This is the one where you can't build here, so you have to build the bridge up here and then let it fall into place, which it is doing. And it does settle down roughly where it needs to be for the car to drive over it. Probably save money on this top one. I don't think these need to be steel. And I think that's cheaper. Does that not reach? Probably make that reach. Okay. That bit broke. What if I don't use that bit? That bit broke. What if I don't use that bit? Okay, yeah, if bits break, just take them out. It works, apparently. Okay, well that's an improvement. I might be able to do this a bit more neatly, actually. I think the answer is probably to readjust where these top points are. And add another one here. Do something like this. And I think I need a piece here as well. Yeah, that's cheaper than what I had, and a bit more, bit less chaotic, I guess. And then, can any of this be wood, or does it all just under too much strain? Oops. I think the outside pieces are. Okay, the inside piece is going to be wood. That's good news. Still only top 45%, so there is a cheaper way to do this. Let's try making these ones. Okay, that still works. The car can probably do a bit of a jump at the end. This can be cheaper then. Oops. Yeah. Top 42%. Can we get away without this piece entirely? How big of a jump can it do? Quite a big one, it turns out. Top 39%. Can that be wood? Yes. Okay. It definitely couldn't be when I first made it, but now that I've made it lighter, it's under less strain, perhaps. Can these be wood? They can, but it breaks on the left-hand side, which is unfortunate. I do want to fix that. Still breaks. Why are you breaking? Oh, because it's whacking back into the wall afterwards. Can I put it high up enough that it doesn't hit the wall? And if so, yeah, then the car can't get onto it. That's an awkward place to end up with your vehicle. Can't say I want to be in that position. Okay. Does it not break if that's not spring? No, it just fails then. What if it's a cable? No. What if this road is longer? Well, this is Polybridge 3, not Polybridge 2, Dustin. There is no reinforced road anymore. In an attempt to prevent dangling roads, I guess, but they didn't really work. There are still dangling roads, they just look different. Right, so that was more expensive but didn't break. I shall continue optimising from there. Do we need all of this to be steel? No, but now the car gets stuck again. I think this was the problem I had before. Every time I tried to optimise this bottom bit, suddenly the car decided it wasn't getting on there. Making the bottom lighter means it doesn't hang down far. That is true, yes. But the issue is not that it's not hanging down far enough, because the car is getting on. It's that it's getting on and it's then swinging back, hitting the side, and then when it hits the side, it breaks. That's actually the problem. Make this hang down more by making the spring longer. That is more expensive, of course. Yeah, still hitting the side and braking. Maybe I'm just unlucky with how it swings. How can I make it swing differently? Just the way to bend, I guess. I mean, it works. It's okay for the adjust height of other springs. Well, the problem is this has to be lower than the side in order for the car to drive on. But if it hits the side, it breaks. And the problem is that when the car gets on, it's naturally swinging side to side, and then when the car gets on, it's pushing it a bit, and it swings back and breaks. I can make this spring shorter because this end can be higher, but the difference in tension is going to break the bridge anyway, so There's not much point to that, I don't think. Unless I make a very tiny adjustment. Yeah, I think I'll stick with the braking solution for now, and then if I can get it a lot cheaper, I can add in reinforcements. I'm just wondering if this needs to be steel, or if it can be wood. Let me try a little bit of it as wood. Okay, no, it does need to be steel. It's only really the middle. It's the middle that gets stressed because of this falling down. So possibly the side bits can be wood. Actually, no. Okay. 5 Crab is suggesting things. What if you put an extra road on the left so that it hangs over the ledge and doesn't need to go under the ledge? The problem with putting an extra road on the left is there's no attachment point. You can only attach things to these red squares. So if I built something here, I'd have to build something that stayed there of its own accord. And I can't build anywhere in this area, so I'd have to engineer something that hung down from here and prevented the car from banging into this. And I track to the left on bottom road. Well, I could do something like that, but then yeah, then you get this, which yeah, it doesn't stop it. It doesn't stop the motion. You see, it's not the car driving on it that breaks it. It's the actual swing of the bridge itself. So the car drives on absolutely fine, but when the car drives on, the force of the car driving on causes the bridge to obviously sag down and then swing back again, and then that's when it breaks. And there's not really any way to stop that, because it needs to be level with this for the car to drive onto it, and then it is going to drop down because the car has weight. Yeah, if it was a case of trying to get a smooth entry to the bridge, then this would help. But I think it's already about as smooth as it can be. It goes on and then... okay, making that longer helped, maybe just because it pushes back a bit. So that's an extra $500, but we'll keep it since it doesn't break. Maybe this can now be... no, that still breaks. I think it's even longer, perhaps. Nope. See how this goes. Okay, there we go. Right, that compensates for the cost of having this in. Thanks for the suggestion, 5 Crab. It did work, it just needed a bit of tweaking. So that's almost as cheap as my braking solution. Now I just need to save a bit of money. This doesn't need to hang over like this because we deleted this road. So I can probably attach this spring here instead. Like that, and not have this piece. 5 head 5 crab. Well, exactly, yes. Okay, now I haven't left enough. This needs to be slightly higher because it's not making the jump anymore. Yeah, there we go. I know when I'm at the right height because it can actually make the jump. So that's top 16%. We are getting there slowly. Can this be lower? Come in. Yeah, if this can attach here, that would be nice. That change the length of the spring though. I suppose I have more flexibility over the length if I've got this road here. It doesn't make the ending now. Dustin says, do you need spring in middle? I'll test it, but I believe if I don't have the spring in the middle, then the force on the sides is too much for it to be wood. It would have to go back to being steel. Yeah. See, it snaps it in the middle because the two ends are being pulled up. So I could make this, if it's just this one, then that's still cheaper than having a spring, but I think I needed multiple. You might get rope. Well, the problem is this is under compression, not tension. If I put ropes here, then the entire thing will just fold in on itself. And rope in the middle. Okay, yeah. I could put a rope here. I think the rope might just break because I don't think the ropes have enough given them. Yeah, that's just going to break the rope. I mean, to be fair, the bridge is still standing, but it's still a breaking solution. Cable might work, but I think cable is just as expensive. Yeah, cable is actually more expensive than spring. And that has enough force to pull the whole bridge down. It is quite amusing. I'd have to make a much longer cable before the bridge didn't break. Let's try a longer rope then. Let's try like that rope. That's obviously too long. Yeah, we get into problems where the jerk from the rope being pulled taut breaks the top bridge, whereas having a spring spreads the force of this hitting the bottom is spread out by the spring. I wonder if I can do without these bits. How important are they? Turns out quite important. Okay, worth checking. Because usually you have to make triangles, but these aren't triangles, and it's still somehow working. Can this vehicle do an even bigger jump? How big of a jump can we do? That is apparently still a doable jump. What if mid and right springs are shortened so bottom bridge angles upward? I did try that, and again it put the whole thing under too much strain. Let's see if it works now. That is a bit lighter. Okay, it does work now. That didn't save much. Yeah, 15%. Just make the top bridge an arch wood bridge. The problem with that is, at the moment that these springs reach full extension, this steel gets quite stressed. It's once this bridge is settled down, you're right, this is not very stressed at all. But if you make this wood, then it does just snap. So this can't just be wood, unfortunately. Not without redesigning it, and then it might be more expensive. I mean, for it to be wood, you'd have to double up every one of these woods like this, I think. That might be enough. Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to do this thing. Which is a bit tedious. In fact, probably you'd want to do like this rather than that. You could do something like this, that might work. Okay, it almost works. It survives the initial spring, but not the truck driving over it. Hello Ruby, welcome back. We have, I think, solved half a bridge since you were gone, so you haven't missed much. I'm having suggestions of how to fix my bridge from 5Crab and Dustin at the moment. Excuse me. Just make the top bridge an archwood bridge. Redesign Arch the Road 2. Excuse me. Okay, so I think Dustin is suggesting we do something like this with the road. One problem with that is now this road touch like this. So I'd have to find the right length for this spring again. Try adding rainbows and flowers, says Ruby. I mean, honestly, that is a great suggestion. One of the things I liked about Ticket to Ride is the fact that it has the rainbow trains. Very on brand for this channel, I think. But yeah, adding flowers seems like a great idea. Unfortunately, the game doesn't support adding flowers, as you might have guessed. But we don't need to let that stop us. Anything to keep Ruby happy. Yes, there we go. Why can I not type negative signs into this box? Wow, Twitch Studio is stupid. This almost works, except that the fruits are not properly aligned with the edges. Which is obviously a problem. So what you're actually looking at is fruit bouncing around the screen until I finally fix it. Right. Per Ruby's request, flowers have been added to the design. Five Crab says flowers are unnecessary weight. Well, notice I haven't attached them to the bridge itself. That's what you tell your wife before she divorces you. I think it's very unlikely, Ruby, that I'm ever going to have a wife. But if I ever do, I will bear that in mind. Thank you for your advice. By the way, hello. I don't know if you can still see me behind all these flowers. I might... apologies, Ruby, for slightly reducing the number of flowers, but I might put my webcam in front of them, and I might put the chat in front of them as well. Right. Hopefully you can still see enough of the bridge to see what I'm doing. Do you not like Unity, Ruby? I know they completely screwed over developers with their licensing changes recently, but that's not the game's fault, and it was made before all those changes happened, so I don't think... A lot of bad games are made in Unity because it was easily accessible, so that's what everybody used when they were starting out, and obviously a lot of developers when they're starting out are not very good. I personally think this game is good. It's the idea of like optimizing a bridge design is something that I personally appeals to me. I wouldn't be playing it if that wasn't the case. If it's not your cup of tea, then that's fine, but I wouldn't write it off purely on the basis that it was made in Unity, because I think the gameplay would be very similar, whatever it was made in. And then, look, Ruby, I've given you some flowers. Do you like the pretty flowers? I worked hard on these flowers, and by which I mean I paid someone else to make them. This is, by the way, this is just my offline screen with the middle cut out. You may have already noticed. Right, before all that kicked off, we were making an arch bridge in the middle, and then we were going to make some wood here. Yeah, this needs to be shorter pieces like that. And this needs to be more like that. Just the height in the middle. The arch tool never quite gives you the shape of bridge that you need. It's always more like that. Let's see if that works. Just write custom engine entirely in assembly. I mean, that's what they did back in the day. That's what the old school game developers did. But then games had a lot more limitations in those days. I would rather have more games to choose from, and at lower prices, because you have to pay these assembly programmers to develop these things. Yeah, Dustin, I'm thinking that this is still just pulling too hard on the middle of the bridge, even with the benefit of an arch in the middle. And I can do this, but I could do that on the original bridge and that would have been cheaper. Yeah, there we go. Is that going to stand? Yeah. I think you'd have to do this on every piece of the arch. And with the arch in the road as well, this is actually, yeah, it's almost as expensive as what I had before. If this works, it is technically cheaper, so I will keep it. But I think I could have made that work anyway without arching the road. You can't see the cost 5 crab. You are quite right. That's because there are flowers in the way. You can see the cost now. I got into the top 10%. I might just try and get it under 30,000 before I move on. There. This will be just under 30,000 if it works. Yeah, 29995. There was one other one that I was... Yeah, these three where I didn't even get into the top 50% were going to be my priority today. So this DS06 is the other one. Oh, this one. Yeah, this is the one where... It looks like you're building a bridge on these 2 pillars, but as soon as you start the simulation, this pillar immediately collapses. So your bridge has to collapse and then still work. So it has to be quite strong. But maybe it doesn't need quite this much steel. I will admit I went a bit overboard on the steel. Let's see if I can do this with less steel. Not enough steel? Well, if you want it to be safe, then I would agree. But if you want it to be top 10% on the leaderboard, then the amount of steel is going to have to reduce. Yeah, this bit doesn't take much strain because it doesn't... This bit actually falls down. This bit just tips over slightly. So wood is actually fine there. That's bottom 47%. Maybe this can be wood. Top 49%. We are officially above average. Maybe I can have this piece be supported by this side, since this side is comparatively undergoing little strain compared to the other side. Then maybe I can make some of this out of wood. And we'll see if it stands up to falling down. Yep, it stands up okay. Okay, top 29%. Can we get rid of all the steel? That would be a good milestone. Problem, you can't just replace steel with wood because the maximum length of a steel piece is much longer than the maximum length of a road piece or a wood piece. So you sometimes have to replace one steel piece with multiple wood pieces and then build extra supports to hold those pieces in place. Okay, that works. Just get taller trees. Well, yes, top 21%. Yeah, unfortunately, roads are roads are limited to exactly 2 meters. For some reason, wood is limited to 2 meters and 2 centimeters. So wood pieces can be very, very slightly longer than road pieces, and steel can be 4 meters. I think it can actually, yeah, it can also be very, very slightly longer. So steel can be 4 meters, 3 centimeters. Wood can be 2 meters, 2 centimeters. Road can be exactly 2 meters. These look the same length, but this one is very slightly longer by about 1%. And springs can be 5 meters, I think. No, 3 meters. Yeah, springs can be 3 meters. Ropes can be any length. I don't know the reason for the 2 centimeter difference. There might be something technical going on there that I don't know about. If I just lower all this, that makes it cheaper. I can't lower this bit too much because the car has to land on it. Yeah, that's starting to put the stress on it now. Probably need to make sure this doesn't buckle. Annoying. Okay, still cheaper even with that road there. Top 20%. This just looks like too much wood. Do I need this? Oops. I think I need 2 springs there. Yeah. 2 springs isn't enough. 2 springs like that is enough, but then the bridge breaks. I might have to link these 2 sides together again. And then it breaks. Try a rope. And then that breaks. Try the whole thing being a rope. Yeah, and the rope breaks. Okay, so linking these together doesn't work, which means we need 3 springs here. Can I get away with just this? It's cheaper. That breaks. That's a road. Can I get away without this piece entirely? If it falls over far enough. Yeah, there's a slight jump there, but the car can make the jump. I'll put the steel here temporarily. This is still cheaper, even though, because I got rid of that piece. So that's top 17%. Do I need this? I do not need that. Top 15%. Can I make this steel be 2 roads? No, because you can't build roads through this. Okay, that's annoying. It's kind of got to be wood then. Maybe if I spread the load out of the wood. Ruby says, these flowers really improved the stream, got to say. Still needs rainbows though. Thank you for your feedback, Ruby. I'm glad you like it. I'm afraid I don't have any rainbow artwork at the moment. I could commission some, however, I currently have 5 emotes and 5 additional badges in progress. So it might be a bit much to get my artist to start working on rainbows as well. I think the best I can do for now, Ruby, is give you some rainbows in chat. Here you go, have some rainbows. Yes, so Ruby, you'll notice next to your name you have a little badge because you cheered some bits to me. And T-Bago has even more special badge because he cheered a lot of bits to me. And Twitch allows you to customise those, and I thought it would be nice if we did. So much as my subscription badges are flowers, my bits badges are going to be fruit. So there will be a fruit to replace the grey badge, and a fruit for the purple badge, and a fruit for the green badge, which currently only T-Bago has. And hopefully they'll be there soon. Maybe then I can start asking my artist about rainbows. We'll have to see. Also, I don't think I can leave this overlay here permanently. I think it's going to be dependent on what I'm streaming, whether it works or not. How much of this is actually needed? Until the car shows up, it was doing alright. Maybe a second spring here. Just need it to not collapse in on itself. And also to not get stuck here. That would be nice as well. Okay, we managed it that time. So that's more expensive. It's more expensive because I had to add this cable. Can that be a rope instead? Can be a rope instead. Okay, that's cheaper. Define cable dew. Yes, nothing to do with cables. It's a type of fish. That's everybody. That's your word of the day, courtesy of Five Crab, brought to you by Emma's Bot. Whoops. It needs to be even higher. There we go. It's struggling to make it up, but as long as it makes it up, the level is a success. We're still stuck at top 15% for the moment. Can this finally be not steel? Yes, it can. Okay. Top 14%. Can the car make a slightly bigger jump at the first? Yes, okay. It can actually make quite a big jump here. Can maybe get rid of half this road and it still work. Yeah, okay. That will make a difference. Top 13%. We are edging closer. We do this. Need fewer pieces of wood. Maybe. Top 12%. Come on. Maybe this could be done with fewer pieces of wood as well. Yes, it can. What's the cheapest position for this? It's like there. The cheapest position for this is there. Okay, that's the cheapest way of doing it, apparently. And it breaks. Okay, that's not so good. I would like this to not break, please. There we go. Top 11%. We are so close. Am I at the point yet where I can get rid of a spring? Do more like this. Oops. I almost am, except it breaks when the car drops on it. Oh, the spring is actually buckling in on itself as well. That doesn't help. There we go. Right, surely we're there now. We're under 20,000. Yes, top 9%. Okay, that's good enough for today. How are we doing for time? 2 hours 51. So I did start an hour earlier today. Apologies to anyone who didn't quite get the message for that. I did advertise it in my Discord, which if you're not already in, please feel free to join using this link. And I think I'm going to use that start time for my Sunday streams from now on. And it does mean I don't need to be thinking about ending it quite yet. Going 3 hours on the old start time was too much, but 3 hours on this start time is okay. So I think I'll take a look at one more level. How was I in the other 4-sheep level? Yeah, some of these were pretty bad as well. No, I understand that, Teabagger. Just for the benefit of anyone else watching. Yeah, some of these solutions were pretty abysmal. Let me try this one just because it's not a spring level, so we've been doing a lot of springs today. This is the one where we just have to get 2 vehicles from one side to the other, but the bus has to go over the car, and that creates quite a lot of force on the bridge, as you can imagine. And so I spent rather a lot of money reinforcing it so that that works. If I don't need this middle one there, that breaks. Oh, that. It's cheaper to make that steel than it is to have an entire extra cable, though. Okay, that saved money. Oh, and it broke. It worked, but it broke. Yeah, still cheaper to have that be steel than to have an extra cable. So that is my cheapest unbreaking solution. If anyone like joins this stream for the first time, they're going to immediately click away, thinking, "What on earth is all this flower nonsense?" I appreciate it, Ruby appreciates it, but I just don't think the average Twitch viewer would necessarily see it the same way. Okay, that can be wood. This is... How does this even work? That just looks silly. Who cares about the average Twitch viewer? Well... I do kind of want people to watch my stream. Like, there's not much point me being here if they don't. How much of this can be wood before the whole thing falls over? That could all be wood. That's good news. Few does not care about the average Twitch viewer. Few, you don't stream though, so you wouldn't. Who is Infinity Words? Well, it's not Few, that's for sure. It's a program that Few wrote. Okay, top 20%. I don't think we can get rid of all the steel on this one, but we might be able to get rid of a reasonable amount of steel. Save money by doing so. Okay, that one needs to be steel, that makes sense. This could be smoother, which would perhaps help the vehicle make it across. Ruby, I hope everything is okay, Ruby. If you are genuinely experiencing a problem, then I'm sorry, I can't help, and you should contact emergency services. If you're just metaphorically dying, then the feminine plague. I'm a bit worried, Ruby. Is that something that I'm going to catch? Luckily not. Okay then. You envy me. I mean, not getting periods is definitely nice, Ruby, but I don't think you would envy the route that I took to reach the state that I'm at, which is being born into the wrong body, living in it for over 30 years, not understanding why I hated myself and hated the world so much. Not understanding why I didn't fit in anywhere, with my brain constantly screaming at me day in, day out that everything was wrong. I'm not saying that that's worse than getting your period, but I don't think anyone in their right mind would want to be transgender, Ruby. Maybe you should just wish that you didn't get periods. And I am sorry that you are going through that pain. I do get hormone imbalances, and I do get menopausal symptoms if my hormone levels aren't right. So that is something I have to deal with. Few says unknown, but unfortunately few, this is all rather known territory. Is there a reason why this road doesn't actually connect to the end? What happens if I just... Oh, it doesn't reach. Right, what happens if I make it reach? I'm going to make you reach. Why does this not work? Oh. It may be unknown to you, Few. I appreciate that. You'll just have to take my word for it. Why does this suddenly mean that now this doesn't work? That makes no sense. Why is that happening now? Delay car. Oh, was this to delay the car? Oh, I see. I don't remember doing that. I'm not sure why I delayed the car and I didn't just build this further down the bridge. But okay, that must be what I was doing then. Okay, that had better stay there then. It's quite important. Can this be wood? Not really. Oh, just need... Can that look like that instead? That work. Where did all the bowls go? Are you referring to in-game? Or... What does the fuck... Oh, you're referring to your own kitchen. Sorry, that wasn't clear from context. I don't know if you... Maybe Dustin has been using your kitchen. Why are the forks and spoons randomised? Are you still staying with your parents, View? Because I think that must be where the culprit lies. If so, that's still only top 18%. I'm not doing very well today. Can I maybe change this up for something more useful. I maybe do that, and then I don't need this, and this can look like this. Is that cheaper? It's cheaper by a grand total of $40. That's a little bit cheaper. And it doesn't work. It's alright being cheaper, but if it doesn't work... yeah, no. Okay, how stressed does this piece get? Not very. Can it be wood? Okay, what? It was fine, and then this broke. What if this is just attached somewhere slightly different? Does that help? No. What is actually causing the break? It's when the bus slams down on there. What if I raise this up? Okay. I can make it break in a different position. Sure, that's progress. Five Club is surprised to learn that few eats food. I also eat food. You wouldn't know it because I've never eaten food on stream, but I do eat food. Your mum would never do that. Maybe a raccoon cooks in your kitchen and a tiny raccoon-sized chef hat and apron. That must be the answer, Ruby. You need to have excitement and mystery in your life somehow, maybe. And that happens by having the forks and the spoons randomised. She knows how to wash dishes and put them back. Well, then there can only be one culprit for you. It be you, what is rearranging the forks and the spoons, and not putting the dishes back. I don't see who else could have done it. Oh, it's your brother and you don't like your brother and his wife, do you? Right. Show the real board, Tixter board. Ah, yes. So I told Few that I have my own Ticket to Ride board that I designed myself. Which is true, I do. I shall go and fetch it. Good night, Lady L. Yes, it's getting late in Europe now. Thank you for dropping by. If you stay just one more minute, I can show you the Ticket to Ride board. Otherwise, have a good evening. Everybody, I'll be back in just a few seconds. Here's board what I made. It's so big, I can't fit the whole thing in the camera. As you can see from the giant title, it's based on my local area where I live. So this is a Ticket to Ride game board. In theory balanced roughly the same as the original, so it's got the same distribution of different coloured lines and connections and so on. And all of these railways are real ones that used to exist. Almost all of them are disused and have been decommissioned now. And I had to go through old maps to find where they were. This used to be a big coal mining area, so there were loads and loads of mineral railways. Almost all of which, only I think 2 lines on this map are still there. But it was fun to research. And it's fun for me and my friends to play because it's my local area. I know all of these places. I've been to these places. I've seen the remains of the old railways in these places. So yeah, just as an aside to what we were doing earlier on this stream, that is my version of the train game, and unfortunately not available to play online. You can only play North America or Europe, but not Somerset. Anyway, how are we doing for time? I think I've got time to try one more Polybridge level, and then I'm going to be ending the stream for tonight. I'm not really getting anywhere with this one, so I'm going to switch over, and as I say, I'll have a go at one more, and then I will be ending the stream. How did I do on the Arctic Tundra levels? Oh, terribly. Yeah, I should be looking at this one, bottom 15%. What did I do on this one? Oh, this monstrosity. Yes, the truck with the unfolding ramp that whacks the car on the head and then proceeds to drive across the bridge, and then the car comes and ramps up the ramp. Yes, okay, this is definitely improvable. Yeah, that was the braking version as well. Okay. I have broken Polybridge, lowest budget unbreaking 73714. When I load it, it still says 71714. So first thing to do will be to make it not break. Few says pogrom it. I think Few you mean program it. I hope you mean program it. I mean, I could do it. Is within my capabilities as a programmer. It's not within my capabilities of what does Emma have time to do, realistically. And yeah, I'm not reasonably interested in the game. I'm not that interested in the game. Interested enough to design my own board, but not to actually write software from scratch. I'm kind of busy enough with my own full-time job that I do, plus volunteering as a botanist, plus streaming, plus all the Scrabble software development I've done. Plus occasionally trying to relax. So yeah, I have enough going on in my life at the moment. Let's see what we can make of this bridge. If LT Bagger says the Europe version is better than the standard, the Nordic one is even better. Okay, I don't know if the Nordic one is available online. The problem with the online is that you have to have the base game, which you have to pay for, and then on top of that you have to pay for each map you want as DLC, effectively. So I've only bought the base game so far. I haven't paid for the Europe map or anything. I mean, if the game is something that viewers are interested in, I obviously can, but I think apart from Few, nobody is really interested. Few has prepaid for them. Okay. Let's see what I can do with this bridge. First of all, can I just make these inner supports into wood? Like, there's nothing too dramatic happening on this bridge. It is just a truck driving across. Okay, but they do have to be steel nevertheless, apparently. T-Brago says only played the physical version, which was digital the same. Yeah, I mean, from my experience of playing the American version, it is a reasonably faithful reproduction of the original. So I will assume that the Europe one is the same. Okay, how many of these actually need to be steel? At least that many, which is more than I expected. Yes, it's people are going to join and think that this is my stream overlay and think, who would have such a stupid stream overlay? The answer is it's not a stream overlay, it's just to keep Ruby quiet. Okay. So now the bridge doesn't break, but the truck. This broke. Yeah, that broke. Which then meant that the car comes and just crashes into the back of it. What broke on there? The road broke. That's unfortunate. I don't really understand why replacing this with steel caused the road to break. Wait, what? Nobody said anything. Honestly, I've seen a lot worse overlays. Why is end of bridge angled? Why is the left hot pad glove out? Okay, everybody has different priorities at the moment, and Fuse are not aligned with the rest of us. So in order of who said what, Ruby, you said you needed more flowers on the stream, and I've given you more flowers. T-Bago, yes, I have seen worse overlays as well, and I don't watch those streams. 5 grab, why is end of bridge angled? I will not angle the end of the bridge in order to demonstrate why end of bridge is angled, which is that so this car has to drive up a ramp on this truck to get to this flag. So the truck stops here, the car needs to get here. So there needs to be a ramp that it can smoothly drive up to get to the flag. But you're only given this box to build in, which is barely as big as the truck. So this is a fixed joint, so you can't start the ramp any lower than that. So what you have to do is have a ramp that unfolds out the back of the truck. Because it unfolds out the back of the truck, well, for a start it clonks the car on the head, but also it's going to dangle slightly below the bridge, and if you just have the end of the land here, it's going to hit that and brake when the car hits it. So the point of having this is, effectively, it gives the car a bit of a ramp up before it hits the edge of that ramp. It's kind of hard to explain, but if I play it back again, just here, this is like it's not a perfect edge. There's like a corner that the car hits rather than going up the ramp, and you can't get that any lower. You have to just give the car something to climb onto, and I can't build outside the build zone. So I could do something like that. Maybe that would work instead. But that's still a bump that the truck has to clear, so let's see if the truck can clear it without breaking anything this time. Okay, it was slightly less force. But yeah, there's still a bump there. So the car hit the bump rather than... anyway, yeah, that answers your question, 5 grab. And Few, why is the left hot pad glove out? I have absolutely no idea. That one I cannot help you with, for sure. You're on your own with that one. I mean, the car might almost drive up anyway, but I do want an unbraking solution. That is not an unbraking solution. That is an braking solution. So I suppose what I could do is angle it a bit more like this. Oops. Maybe it would be happier with something more along those lines. Or maybe it wouldn't be, you know, that's also an option. Okay. Yeah, still brakes. This needs to be longer, this needs to be a more gentle descent, but it can't be because the build area stops here. Okay, that somehow broke the bridge that time, and the ramp. Okay, I'm just going to revert back to my Yeah, that's it. I haven't actually got an unbreaking solution at the moment. I have a low budget solution. But it broke. And then when I tried replacing these with wood, the whole thing broke. Right, I'm going to leave this side alone because I think touching this side breaks it. I'll just change these to wood. This is maybe one of those that I just have to go through off stream and take the time to fiddle around and get it working. Not necessarily great content. What about litho breaking solutions? That's not usually a term used in Polybridge. But okay, well it worked. It's still breaking. That's a fancy term meaning smash it into the ground, which is what we are doing. But yeah, Polybridge has an unbreaking category, and I want to get a good position on the leaderboard in that category as well, which means not having my bridge break, which means litho breaking is not really something I can consider. I wonder if I can just have this jump be shorter. That seems like an easy way to save money. Okay, I can. Still breaks, but it saves money. Let's stick to the leaderboard where breaking is allowed. I'm still bottom 27%. Is this? Ah, yeah, this is probably because I used a foundation. I'll see if I can make a bridge without a foundation. Then at least I'll have saved money on the bridge. I can't do very much of an arch here because the build area ends here. So most of the support will have to be underneath the bridge. So I'll have to do something like this sort of arrangement on each side. And then use ropes, possibly even cables to hold it up. But without a foundation it might still work out cheaper. Or it could just collapse before I even send the vehicle across. Yeah, I think this middle bit has to be steel. How's your kitchen going for you? Have you sorted everything out yet? Why is that still working? Oh, because I didn't fully... This is not fully against the wall, that's why. There. No napkins or paper towels. Oh dear, they really have left the place in a state, haven't they? Okay, that is going to be a cable. That's going to be a steel. Oops. But our previous solution was 67,000, so we're still going to... She's going to be a better solution if it stays up. It did not stay up. Okay, why does this fail this side and not that side? I'm going to put this side over this side and see why this side is better than this side. It won't let me put the thing in the thing. That's odd. That's very odd because this should all just be roads. I'm very confused. I do not understand what happened there. Yep, just doesn't want this to be one piece of steel, it seems like. It's to be steel. Okay. Well, it got to the end without breaking, but we have the same problem where the car rams into it, so we still need to adjust that. Can I? Yeah. See, the obvious solution would be have something on the end that flops out and catches it, but yeah. Firstly, you're constrained by where you're building, and secondly, now this side breaks for some reason. We added one tiny piece of road to the truck, and now the bridge breaks. Okay, yeah, see that piece of road doesn't help. Looks like it should, but it doesn't. First of all, let's change this. There's no reason that needs to be so many pieces. I can actually make this bigger and therefore stronger if I changed that round. Okay, now the truck drives off without the ramp. That's a good sign. I think it's because of this corner. Yeah. Can't be too much friction from the ramp and the ground, otherwise the truck will drive off without it. Okay, that just breaks again. Okay, somehow the car jumps even though the ramp broke. I think if I put a road here it would actually make it. Just because you like feeling old, you'll let you know that Half-Life 3 is 25 years ago today. Yes, I also feel very old, Debogo. I played it when it came out. And yes, I did know it was that. People have been saying it around the internet. No, not a boomer, 5Crab, a millennial who had played Half-Life as a child. Gen X might have played it as a young adult as well. Yeah, the car got up the ramp, but it was going too slowly for that to really matter. Let's instead try this nonsense again, since that's the only strategy that I've actually got to work on this level so far. Debogo is Gen X. I am millennial. Most people watching this stream are Gen Z, because what most people on the internet fall into that category nowadays. Okay, I think we got an unbreaking solution there, finally. Yes, 99.91% stress. Still only top 48%, barely in the top half of solutions. So I'll see if I can squeeze a little more out. I'm hoping this doesn't all have to be steel. Let's make it all wood and then see what breaks, and then keep making bits steel until it works again. It's usually a reliable way to do these things. Okay, that bit already broke, so that's going to be... Actually, can it be a rope? Makes the bridge very floppy, but as long as it still unfolds... Oh, then that happens. Sorry, I should really mute my mic before I do that, shouldn't I? I have to make that a steel. Then that breaks, so I'll make that a steel. Hello, I sneezed so hard I summoned somebody to the stream. Hello, C_Ren_D. Thank you for checking out my Sunday night Polybridge. Don't know how long you've been here. You might have seen Ticket to Ride that we were playing earlier. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you're having a good time this evening. Or afternoon, depending on what time zone you're in. Can we actually get this across without anything breaking? No. We almost got there, and then that broke. Although I like how this car just gets donked on the head every time we start this level. Yes, yeah, you know a sneeze is there when it wakes the lurkers up. That's the thing. And they start panicking. What was that noise? This is still breaking. But I'm glad to hear you lurk in my stream. That's good. Good to hear that you enjoy my content, and I appreciate you being here. Okay, finally nothing broke. Was that even cheaper than before? It was, not by much. Top 44%. Okay. I wonder if this still needs to be, because now that I've replaced some steel with wood, this jump contraption is slightly lighter, so maybe the bridge doesn't have to be as strong. No, it does have to be as strong. Okay. Okay, nothing else can be wood here, otherwise it will break. This cable definitely has to be cable because it comes under a lot of tension when this flops out. I'm pretty sure I tried this as rope and it just broke. Let's try it as rope. Not here, but here. Where does it break? Yeah, there it breaks. So that has to be cable. I mean, it could potentially just be replaced by an entirely different design, but with this design it needs to be rope. Lurkers are the backbone of Twitch. I completely agree, T-Bago. C_Ren_D, and I might just call you Ren. You like to watch Dwarf and Scrabble? Yes, well, luckily for you, those are, I think, my two main pieces of content. Unfortunately, Sundays are the one day that I don't stream either of those things, but yes, we did get a nice long Scrabble session in yesterday, so I hope you were there to catch some of that. And there will be more Dwarf and Scrabble next week at the usual times. I'm at a loss as to how to save money on this level. I'm going to try this. Okay, that worked. I think I'm going to give up on top 10%, and I'm going to say if I can get into top 40%, I'll call that a success for today. And yeah, this is just one that I'll have to come back to in my own time, figure out where I went wrong, what I can do to be less wrong. Not that's for sure. Oh, yeah, that was actually steel on the other side already, so maybe that's not too bad. Okay. Top 41. It's within reach. Can this be a wood rope? No, but maybe. I don't think it can be a wood rope with two pieces. Can I shorten this? Make it work in two pieces. There we are. Not on that side I can't, because that's got to be stronger. Not on that side neither. Okay. Put this further down. I wonder if this can be a single steel if it's also further down. So I will keep this as a rope. It can. Okay, I think that was cheaper. How much a catcher? Looks like there was a layout change. Well, I don't think this is going to be permanent. Ruby just said she wanted to see more flowers on the stream, and you can't deny that I have fulfilled that request. I think some of the games I play actually have important content in these parts of the screen, so this is not a permanent thing, this is just a bit of fun we're having with RWBY. Top 38%. And on that basis, I'm going to say I'll end it there. I've been going 3.5 hours. It's 11:30 here, and I have to be at work tomorrow morning. So, despite the earlier start time, there's a limit to how long I can go, and I think this is about that limit. So, yes, from now on, I will be starting at 8 p.m. my time on Sundays, as I said in my Discord earlier. That is 3 p.m. Eastern time for you Americans out there, and for crazy West Coast people like RWBY, it's, I don't know, morning still or something. But that's okay. I will continue to start my Scrabble stream at 9 p.m. my time, 4 p.m. Eastern, because that's almost exclusively American viewers. So, thank you to thank you to Izzy the Penguin for making me drink rather a lot of water. Thank you Adventures of AJ for following. Thank you Few for redeeming another session of Ticket to Ride and for helping me get set up with today's session. Thank you to everyone who's here, lurkers and chatters alike. I will be back on Friday with some Dorfromantik and probably a short session of Void Stranger as well. On Saturday with some Scrabble, and on Sunday with another joint Ticket to Ride and Polybridge session where we may be joined by Dustin Dude if he decides to buy the game. And I'm now going to look for someone to raid. If anyone has any suggestions for raid targets, I would love to hear them. I'll just quickly check that nobody is streaming Scrabble apart from the usual culprits. Nobody is streaming Polybridge. No, they are not. Few is asking for a raid to Infinity Words. I think I'd rather raid an actual streamer who might appreciate the viewers, so that's what I'll do. This is a streamer I watch. Finn? Is Finn live? I think Finn has a minimum viewer count for raids, and I do not meet that viewer count. This person might have a minimum viewer count for raids. Let's find out if they do. No, that's okay. Okay, this is a streamer I watch. They're a nice chill streamer. They play like Stardew Valley type games, which I don't so much play, but I love to watch. Everybody head over there. Spam emotes in chat and say something like this if you feel like participating in chat. And I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.